Yeah. Mandela L in the house. Aquagana. Bitcoin ballin'. Bring it to you raw. Here we go. Here we go.
Bitcoin's tanking, so is everything else.
What you need, baby, I got you. Bitcoin ballin',
Everything's tanking.
It's our time, no more sleeping.
We're
ballin', we ballin'.
live, bro.
Bitcoin ballin'.
Damn.
Ballin' and ballin'.
You know,
Bitcoin ballin'.
Markets might be down.
Bitcoin ballin', gonna chat callin'.
Sin City
What
Crypto,
you need.
we ain't down, baby. We up. You know why? Because it is official. Rocco, will you, real quick, in 15 seconds, please pull up, as I'm trying to, please pull up my laptop. My friends, we got this email yesterday. We are officially YouTube partners. We couldn't have done it without you guys, our amazing community. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us, for helping us grow. We're so excited. This is only the beginning. Robin, how you feeling about this?
Same as I felt yesterday before we got that. So ain't nothing changed. So, anyways.
Wow, way to buzzkill. What a buzzkill. You're lame, bro. Wow, that was lame. Well, I'm excited, guys. So, Robin can go work on his greenhouse in his backyard.
Hey, man. I ain't happy till we get to 1 million subscribers, bro.
Well, enjoy the journey, my friend. Enjoy the journey. Marky Mark, we hope you feel better. My man caught the sea. So we love you. Praying for you, my friend. Speedy recovery. We love you. Anyways, what's going on, Crypto fam? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto. I'm one of your co-hosts, David. We're coming at you live from our studio here in Sin City, Nevada. Quick disclaimer before we get into the content. Nothing on this channel should be taken as financial advice, so please do your own research. With that being said, let me introduce you to the man with no emotions, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do the live streams. That's right. We also do deep dives. We have a deep dive we put up yesterday. Nobody's watching, so thank you for nothing. But
This guy.
this is the live stream. Check out the deep dives.
So
And then lastly, if you could hit the like button. How many likes we got? Not enough. However many we got, let's get some more. And also,
I got 10.
if you're not subscribed yet, what the hell wrong with you? And if you ain't hit that notification bell, what in the hell is wrong with you? Now, off to you, Eduardo.
my name's Eddie, bro.
Roll call.
Roll call. So I'm giving a shout out. First one in chat again, Russell.
Wow.
He said something about salmon.
I love salmon.
What's your favorite kind of salmon?
Actually, I hate salmon.
See, you're full of
I'm
crap,
a
dude.
mahi halibut kind of guy.
All right.
How do you say I love salmon and then 1 second later say, no, I hate salmon?
Yeah, because I had to think about what I said.
Other people in the chat, Brokioshi, Chef Murder, Russell again, Why You Loud, Marky Mark, Get Better. Who else? Lala Bell, Willowmanter, R.A. Daniel. I think that's it. Damn, Daniel.
Lullabelle, any relation to Taco Bell? Just curious.
Well, guys, if you guys have any questions on TA, Dave will be going over that later today. So just put them in the chat. And if you have any questions, please let us know.
Yes.
You know, I realized you didn't say defib.
He's here?
He's not here.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't here. That's why.
Well, why would he say defib isn't
Yeah,
here?
but I'm just saying, he should when we
Well,
do
not
roll
everyone in
call.
this- not
He
everyone
doesn't
in
like
the
you
studio-
anymore, bro. You don't play Warzone with him.
Yeah. Not everyone in the studio has an infatuation with freaking defib over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know his real name.
No,
that?
I don't. His real name's defib, okay? Oh, the markets are bloody. There's blood in the streets. There's blood everywhere.
Bitcoin moving.
Bitcoin is dumping, baby. Let's go. Bye. Do y'all like my thumbnail?
It was amazing. It was a great one.
Yeah. It was,
Cinco de Mayo. Oh, by the way, happy Cinco de Mayo to those of you that celebrate, to our Hispanic friends and family across the world. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Is Cinco de Mayo an actual real holiday for?
I think it's
it's
their
like Independence.
Independence Day. Yes.
It's not Independence Day. It's
We literally
it's-
have a Hispanic guy in the studio.
He's not from Mexico.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
bro.
He's got heritage.
He's like, well, you look Asian. You must be from Japan. It's the same thing.
We just made YouTube partner. You really want to cancel us?
So
already?
look here, man. Look here. I'm just saying. Be careful. We just made YouTube partner. That's what I'm saying.
You're the one over here.
Look
Making
here.
stereotypes.
Look here. Let me tell you something. Cinco de Mayo was a day where there was a large battle down in Mexico where they had won a large battle. It is not Mexican Independence Day, though.
What were they fighting for?
I don't know.
Maybe their independence. Oh man,
Yeah. Was it the French? French was the
Daniel, you're a sick human being.
all right.
Celebration of a Mexican victory over French forces at the Battle of Puebla.
Puebla.
Woo!
Yeah, independence.
Yeah, bro. It means
Then
independence.
put
Thank
an
you, Eddie.
Independence Day on there, and you'll see a completely different date.
Well, that's a movie.
All right. So, anyways, I guess
And yesterday was Star Wars Day. We didn't even celebrate it. You wacko. May the fourth be with
I'd
you.
never seen Star Wars.
What?
Never.
You've never seen Star?
don't worry. The new Star Wars movies are lackluster. I'll just say that.
What's worse, guys? Hey, chat. What's worse? Robin saying Harry Potter sucks, or Eddie never seeing Star Wars?
Look, man.
What's worse?
I like Harry Potter.
Put a 1 for Robin. Put a 2 for Eddie. And put a 3 if you love me. I love you back. Rocco said 3. Man. All right, guys. So, all jokes aside, the market is tanking, but fear not. Sin City Crypto is here. We're going to tell you why the market's tanking. We're going to tell you what we should be doing when the markets are tanking. So, with that being said, take it away.
All right.
Rocco, I love you too, buddy.
So, where's Bitcoin? I found it. Bitcoin is at $36,938.28. We are officially below the $37,000 mark. Now, I have cash set aside.
I threw up in my
I will
mouth.
probably pull the trigger on that $36,000 Bitcoin that I've been talking about for the last
But I'm going to
3
wait
weeks.
for 36,700.
Yeah. This was the target price I was looking to enter in. You know what? What's your general consensus, David? Do you think it's going to drop below 36,000? I'm buying at 36,000 anyways. That was my price target. And usually when I set a target, that's
We're currently at a very key support level, which is 36.9. So
okay.
we'll see. And the fact that it's kind of bounced off there a couple times, but you could kind of tell. Yesterday, the stock market rallied, 2-3%. I was talking to Robin after the show. I was like, Bitcoin didn't really move, right? Everything rallied 2-3%, and I know in the terms of Bitcoin, it did move about 2%, but couldn't get over 40K. And the sentiment is just bad right now. Look at that.
You seen this?
sell-off.
Jesus,
Damn.
right here. That is
That
That is a liquidation of anybody with leverage, or doesn't matter if you're 2x or 10x or 0.5x. Like, bro,
getting the lick.
you literally just lost your money.
You're getting licked.
So here, this is a 7-day chart. Looking at the 1 day, man, that's a steep fall right there. But I mean, you see the gravity of the situation. Gravity straight took hold here, actually, and just straight fell. And on the monthly chart, not looking good. At the beginning, or 1 month ago, we were sitting at 45,000. As you can see here, we have lower lows, lower highs, and what's the cause? What's going on? Let me pull up NASDAQ. Take a look at that here in a second once it loads.
I looked this morning, and the Dow was down 1,000 points.
Do you see here on the CoinMarketCap? It's CoinMarketCap's birthday.
No
See
one
that?
cares. CoinMarketCap, you guys suck.
Also, what's up, Jason Squires? He says hola to me. Hola back to you, sir.
William Smart said he's buying $1,000 in Bitcoin.
There you go. Not financial advice, but it's smart. So, Dow Jones down 2%, S&P 500 down 3.2%, and NASDAQ down almost 5%.
Nasdaq is getting clobbered, bro.
Damn. We'll get back to this in a second. But
A lot of experts are calling for a 50% drop in the Nasdaq from its all-time high last year.
yeah,
Yeah. You know, Gareth being
50%. Huh?
Yeah, dude.
That's not a correction. That's
That's
damaging.
that's bad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened
Times
to Dave Chappelle? He got attacked.
What?
You didn't hear about
By
that?
who? That's my boy. I love Dave Chappelle.
No, it wasn't Will Smith.
Will Smith attacks again.
No, he was on stage and somebody charged at him and tackled him, and he had a prop gun with a knife on the end.
The dude that charged him?
Yeah.
Where the hell was security?
They didn't get someone. They didn't
Security?
tackle him in time.
What the hell wrong?
So he literally had a gun, but instead of it having bullets, it had a knife attached to the front of it.
Like a real knife?
Yeah. Anyways, he was okay. He didn't get stabbed or anything. He got tackled, and then the security got him or whatever.
Leave my boy Dave Chappelle alone.
That's what I'm saying. No, the thing was,
gun.
the knife was jammed on where the barrel of the gun would, where the bullets would come out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why not just bring one or the other?
Don't they like
Yeah.
wand people, like scan people or whatever? Or, still, you should be able to.
It's a
pick that
comedy
up.
show. I'm sure the security there is probably a little more lax in general, So, taking a look at back here at the markets, so everything's down as expected. Bitcoin is down more than the other top projects. So you see here, Ethereum's down 3%, BNB down 2%, XRP down 2%, Solana 2%, Terra basically 3%, Cardano 4%. So out of the losers here, Bitcoin is literally leading the pack. So it's just kind of like this is the opposite of what you would look for in a bullish price discovery. This is more like we're dropping and we're testing support levels, and everyone's just kind of seeing where Bitcoin's going to land and settle, and then I think the rest of the market will follow. So maybe Bitcoin goes down by 10%. Then it might be a day or two before the alts follow. So with that said, taking a look at the crypto bubbles, every single thing is red. ApeCoin down 12%. GMT, the step-in, down 15%. Helium down 8%. Internet Computer Protocol down 8%. So there's nothing here. I don't think we have a single project in the green. Oh, Anchor Protocol, my apologies.
You lied.
And Ethereum Classic is up 1%, gentlemen. Excited. Are you FOMOing into Ethereum Classic?
I am FOMOing in, guys.
When Ethereum moves to proof of stake, might be right before that happens. Might be a good time to get into Ethereum Classic, because everybody that has a graphics card will probably start mining Ethereum, more volume, turn. We know what that does. So, yeah, I mean, it's either that Raven coin. You can theoretically you could mine Kadena, but you don't need the powerful graphics cards. So Kadena's mining can be done with less optimal gear. So,
What's up, Sean?
yeah. So for that, I wouldn't see too many people going there. There's a few other proof of work as well. So, but not the only ones, but those are the ones that are most mainstream. Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 27. This will update in 6 hours. So I'm sure this will be. I think it'll be under 20. I think 19 or 18 would be my expectation for the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Always a good time to buy when this is fearful. Now, when others are fearful, as was it Warren Buffett says. What's his phrase? He said when others. Yeah, he's like when there's fear. When there's fear,
Just buy when the market's down, something like that.
something like that. Take a look. Find out what the quote is.
Is it just me, or does this feel like? I feel like the market's being down right now. I don't know. It feels different to me this time.
Be fearful when others are
not. Yeah. Be fearful when others
Sorry,
are.
what were we saying, Eddie?
No, I'm just saying it feels different this time. Like we all talk about it being a recession or whatever, but I just feel like it's just getting closer and closer. And it's just like we're tasting it. Like we could just taste it right now. And
we're in a bear market. Right?
All you need is one more quarter of negative GDP growth, and we're technically in a recession. So we're halfway there.
Yeah, I just feel different. Like it just feels like we could see it. Like
I feel like a recession, like it's inevitable. Like there's no way around it. With inflation being high, and the market, and so they got to tighten it up. They got to tighten the market up. But when you do that, spending stops, the economy slows down. But you can't pump more money in because then inflation's too high. So you're stuck in a rock and a hard place. And so a recession is inevitable. So it's just like, what are you doing to prepare and come out of this recession ahead? And we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely every single indicator that you can probably, every single indicator, I don't want to say every single one, but majority of the indicators for the global market here in the U.S. is signaling recession on the horizon or a high likelihood of it. And all the markets are tied together. The whales that move the markets in crypto are also heavily invested. A lot of them are heavily invested in traditional markets. So, if you're not taking profits, remember you move profits around. The same way that your alts pump when Bitcoin pumps, Bitcoin goes up, you got in early. Bitcoin starts to rally, you take profits and then you move it down into your altcoins. That same philosophy is what happens with the traditional markets with investors that have a diverse portfolio. So if you're in some tech stocks or you're in the S&P 500, whatever your portfolio looks like. In the traditional markets, if you're in the green, you're in the profit, you start skimming profits. You're like, okay, now I want to take a little bit more risk on. You go into, those are the people that go into crypto, and that's why these markets are correlated, not one for one, but that's why we always reference the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ is more of a basket of more tech driven and slightly riskier than your traditional stock. So anyways, I did pull up an article here. So this is also some of the reasoning behind some of the panic. So worker output fell 7.5% in the first quarter, the biggest decline since 1947. So this kind of overlays or solidifies the GDP falling by, 1.4%. They were expecting our GDP to grow. Unfortunately, we had a decline. And this also, worker output, 7.5%. Now, is it people becoming complacent? Do you think the workers becoming complacent? Or do you think because of the supply chain issues, perhaps things being back-ordered or backlogged, people aren't incentivized to manufacture? Let's just say that you're producing a good that's stuck at a port that hasn't left. You're probably not ramping up production and trying to get things out.
Right.
There's not, you're not having the demand. It's not like people overseas are calling you like, hey, can you make me more? Can you make me more? Because these items are stuck at the borders and at the ports. So perhaps that's it. That would be my guess on why workers' productivity is down. But still very worrisome. The pandemic thing going on in China is shutting down Shanghai, and supposedly, was it Hong Kong is going through? Shanghai's closed down, and then they're talking about
Completely closed?
Hong Kong is on the verge of closing down. So
It's just a nightmare.
Beijing is also on the verge of closing down. I think they started closing down Beijing. So, not looking good over there. No, at least not for supply chain issues. Now, at the same time, labor costs measured against productivity soared 11.6%. So, this is a recipe for disaster in the eyes of the management, right?
Yeah.
American management, American businesses. Basically, you're getting less production from the staff, from the workforce. You're getting less production, but you're paying them 11.6% more. So I think this is just inflation balancing itself out. You're paying people more. They're upset because, inflation. And there you go. Also, weekly job claims increased 200,000. This was above.
Is this unemployment claims?
Yes. This is above Wall Street's estimate. So
It's just the whole economic landscape's in the shit. So
that's and I wanted to touch on this because this is how we got here. This is why we're this in conjunction with the reduction of the balance sheet. So basically, the Fed or the U.S. government is no longer giving out handouts to corporations because that's what we were doing with quantitative easing. Basically, they're trying to support corporations and businesses here in the U.S. Now, yeah. So, anyways, I don't want to go too much into
that ain't happening
traditional,
no more.
but there you go. I'm done.
Wow.
DFib said he wants to speak to your manager about this ad I had to watch before the video.
My
All
boy,
right, Karen, calm down.
And I think we have a couple new people in the chat. Carrie.
Carrie's been here.
Carrie's been here. And how about, can't pronounce that.
Sibo.
Sibo.
Sibo's definitely new.
Oh, okay.
Sibo. My boy.
What if it's a lady?
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the most entertaining and sometimes off the beaten path entertainment channel.
What if Sibo's a lady?
Are you a muchacha? Cinco de Mayo, bro.
Paisano, huh? All right, let's move on. We're getting into our very next segment, the hot take.
It's hot.
So, hot take is this. What should we be doing in these market conditions with our crypto, with our money? Robin, you go first.
What should we do? What should
we be doing right now
in these turbulent
in these
times?
market conditions?
DCA, baby. Here's the thing. Everybody always says buy the dip, and I was targeting 36,000 for my own personal buy on some stable coins I have set aside. But buying the dip a lot of times might not be the smartest idea, because if you go all in on what you think is the dip, it could be the first leg of a bigger dip. So if you've ever sat in the front of a roller coaster, and when you go over that crescent and you start to look down, you're starting to go down, you're starting to dip, but that roller coaster has got all the weight behind it, and it hasn't started plummeting yet. And if you buy when you first looking down and it looks scary, you start pulling the trigger right there, then just know it's a lot more downfall.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that DCA, because you never know, you're never going to be able to buy the bottom. You're never going to be able to time in the bottom. That's basically what I'm saying. So you might think this is the lowest Bitcoin's going to get to. Who knows? I mean, I'm a firm believer that it's not going to go under 30,000, but history has proven me wrong. It's proven the masses wrong, and Bitcoin can be very cyclical. It has in its entire history. So when people think it can't go up anymore and people think it can't go down anymore, it does exactly what you don't think it's going to do. So for that reason, you should hedge your bet, and you should be DCAing. You should be dollar cost averaging. And so don't go all in on what you believe or perceive is the bottom because the dip is in. Because right now, as you mentioned, we could have a 50% drop in the NASDAQ. And if there is a 50% drop in the NASDAQ, believe me, there will be a massive drop in Bitcoin. Probably, at least if that's the case,
20K.
I mean, we're talking 20K Bitcoin. Yeah. Now, I still don't believe that, but if I were, I lean on the side, I don't think we're going to go under 30,000. That's my personal opinion. But with that said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was $22,000 Bitcoin. I really, really wouldn't be. So.
Which again, if you're a believer in crypto, it shouldn't scare you. That should excite you, right? It might be the last hoorah to load up on some cheap Bitcoin before it absolutely takes off. So I want to preface. Before I give my my take. Nothing I'm about to say you should listen to, you should implement, you should follow. It's not financial advice. It's just what I plan on doing. And so always figure out your risk tolerance, what you're willing to risk, and go with that. Always do your own research. Never listen to, even if it's someone you just look up to and admire. Always make your own decisions when it comes to money.
Do you look up and admire your co-host?
So basically, you're telling them to mute you.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So here's what I'm doing.
Damn, we got look at the chat, bro. We got a super chat.
Damn, defib. First super chat ever.
That's my boy.
Man, hold on. Let me screenshot this real quick. Defib, we appreciate you, my friend. We'll probably end up doing that in a giveaway. So
he said for Rob's first NFT.
Okay.
Here we go. So
there you go. You got $10 for your NFT.
Yeah. Obviously can't do it on the Ethereum network. So it's gotta
buy yourself an ADA NFT.
No, the split, the revenue is not the same for ads as it is super chat. I think it's like 90%.
We don't get 100% of the super chat?
They take some fee.
Of course
they take like 10% or something.
Of course they do.
It's better than the ad revenue. YouTube takes thank you, YouTube. We appreciate you. We love Google. We love Google. But they do the ad revenue. You know, 40% is not bad. You know, it's a
yes. Theta charges you nothing. So here's what I'm doing. All right. I have been over the last 2 months. I've been slowly liquidating almost all my altcoins. Avalanche, Solana, Quant. I'm liquidating all of it and I'm putting it on the side. I'm also scooping up recession proof, bear market proof cryptocurrencies like Oracle services. And who's the number one Oracle service? Chainlink, right? Think about it this way. When the market sentiment is in the gutter and we're in a deep bear market and a deep recession, what are projects that are absolutely vital and necessary to the cryptocurrency, to DeFi, to smart contracts? The first thing that comes to my mind is going to be oracles, because without oracles, smart contracts don't work. And so you have Chainlink, which is the gold standard of oracles. So I started scooping some up at $11. I will continue to buy down on Chainlink, fill up that bag. The rest, I am literally dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. Also, I'm setting some money aside and I'm picking 5 layer ones that I believe in the next bull run will move into the top 12, top 10. And I'm equally putting, let's just say, $5 grand. But a majority of my money is going in oracles, is going into projects that are necessary, no matter what the market conditions, and of course, Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be the first one to bounce back. When the markets are skittish and people are scared and they have to put it into one crypto, it's going to be Bitcoin. Also, what I'm doing, some of the cash I have set aside, I am finding a DeFi platform, a yield farming platform, where I can earn 10 to 15% interest on my money. And not crypto money, like stablecoin money. So that's what I'm doing. Not saying you should do the same, but just start thinking. Have your bullets ready for when the bigger tank comes, which it's coming. You will be able to pull the trigger and buy up everything at cheap levels that you've been wanting to buy.
Well, we got the chat also using the super stickers. So those are pretty cool. So Russell actually threw the cool one up there. So
I do.
Not exactly sure how much 40 of your currency is worth.
Who gives a shit, man? We appreciate it.
No, I'm just saying. I just want to say thank you. I'm not sure what the dollar value is, but we don't.
We're rich.
We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Same thing with Will. Also, DFib throwing the stickers out. Why you loud? Throwing some.
I do.
Throwing some love this direction too.
Gang.
So that's super cool. We're going to. They have under the YouTube partnership agreement. They have the membership subscription, so you can become a member with Sin City Crypto. So we're gonna build that out, but you'll have different perks where we'll have. We're going to design different emojis that you can use in our chat. And then also we'll give you membership-specific content, perhaps early access to our deep dives and Q&A with us. So, yeah, that'll always be something.
And then once we get a little bigger, we start throwing events.
Yeah, members-only events. That'd be kind of cool, huh?
Maybe I did pick up a domain name.
Yeah, they have different tiers memberships too. Like so you can start with the lower one and then grow. But
A lot to come, my friends. We are excited. All right. That's
Russell, don't worry about the amount value. I would just say I don't know exactly how much the conversion is, but that's we and here's the thing. We turn this feature on to create more engagement. Don't feel like you need to send us cash. I mean,
yeah.
it's we appreciate it. We think it's a way to engage with the community more, but don't feel like it's necessary at all. We still love you, man. We love all of you. I don't love him though.
David. Almost had him.
This dude will send me he like fishes for this stuff. You know when you start dating and you're about like 2 months in, and you could tell that your significant other is like fishing for the "I love you," and they're like, you know,
I text,
you like feel it, be like, yeah. So you know,
okay,
how do you feel about a relationship?
This is an example of why Robin's a reptile. So I texted him the other day. Hey, man, I just want to say I appreciate all the hard work you do, bro. Thank you so much. And you know what his response is? Thumbs up emoji. The man's got ice cold blood in his veins. But people show their...
the emoji was this one. It was,
my bad. The hang loose one.
Yeah, there you go.
And I've learned people show their emotions and appreciation in different ways. Robin is not a verbal kind of guy. So, all right. Let's move on.
I'm a hugger.
Yes. No, you're not a hugger either. You're a farter. All right, we're moving on. Let's get into our very next segment. Remember what Eddie said. Throw some coins in the chat you want some TA on. I really only have a Bitcoin I was going to look at, and there was one other coin I was going to look at. But other than that, I don't really have any coins. So if you guys want me to look at TA, if you guys want to know good entry points, using crypto stackers to do the risk to reward, margin pressure levels, please throw them in the chat, and then Eddie will let me know.
You know what I really appreciate was the fact that Why You Loud threw a $5 super chat to say gang.
That's my dude, man.
That's all.
Gang, gang.
He's like I'm not just gonna double down and say it 3 times, but I'm also gonna pay to say it.
I love it.
There you go. So
No, we love you guys. We appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. Talking points. All right, so a lot of interesting stuff to talk about today, and we're going to France and Binance today. So Binance scores first European regulatory approval in France. Binance, which is the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volume, has been given the green light by France regulators to operate a digital asset trading platform in the country. Binance became registered as a digital asset service provider, acronym DASP, in France by the country's stock market regulator, Autorité des marchés financiers, also known as AMF. Additionally, the Post informed that the company had secured approval from the Autorité des contrôleurs prudentiels.
isn't
Résolution.
Isn't AMF a cocktail?
Adios, mother. What? It is.
So
You know, I
terrible.
really only highlighted.
Isn't
these-
that like a variation of a Long Island, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do have someone who's bartended. So, Eddie, what is it? What is it an AMF?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It's a Long Island with blue curacao. That's all
So,
it
what's
is.
LA water?
What's
I think that's with Chambord. I'm pretty sure that's
Bleh.
Long Island with
hold on,
Chambord.
I've
And
never-
it gives it that dirty purple.
I
looking-
never
LA water?
Yeah, that's why it's called LA water, because it has Chambord in it.
Dude, I've never actually heard of this LA water. That's a thing.
You know who? Yeah. You know who
Somebody asked me that one time, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, yeah, just add Chambord. I was like, okay. So I go and add Chambord. I'm like, this looks disgusting.
Is that with the blue? Is that with the blue or no blue?
No blue. No, it's just
Okay.
Chambord. So Chambord's purple.
Purple. Yeah.
And then when you add it to something else, it turns like to a dirty light.
Like LA water.
Yeah, like LA water. And it
You
was
know who likes
disgusting.
you know who likes AMFs? My mom. I took her out to birthday dinner. She goes, "Can I get an adios, mother?" I'm like, "A what, mom?" She's like, "Yeah, it's so good." I'm like, "Oh god." Broke Yoshi.
The apple don't fall far from the tree.
Broke Yoshi. My man. People are opening up their pocketbooks. You know what? Let's give away some Bitcoin today, Robin. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll give away. How much you want to give away today?
Let's give away $25
Let's do 50.
to two people. 25, 25.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So well, I'll put it up in the chat right now.
Yes. So we're gonna be giving away I mean, if we open up the club, great. But regardless, we're gonna give away $25 to two people in Bitcoin. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. So moving on to the article. Fulfilling stringent requirements from French regulators, Binance finally got the okay, and they will offer crypto trading and custody services in France. So, are you surprised it took this long for a crypto exchange to earn regulatory?
I'll be honest, I didn't even know that there was a lack of exchanges operating in France.
Yes.
I thought the European
same.
Union was of a blanket kind of situation. I
Same.
know each country has their own laws, and they keep a lot of the finances together when it comes to the European Union, but it's a little different than it is kind of like here in the U.S. with states. It's not like one overreaching government. With that said,
I still
surprised. Was unaware of that. And with that said, also not surprised Binance is the first. Your largest exchange, the most secure. I mean, here's the thing.
Are they the most secure?
I think they are. I mean, now that's up for debate. I mean, you can look at their history. I'm sure they've had problems in the past.
Like everyone has.
Like, I don't think anybody has a blemish-free record when it comes to exchanges. But as far as in recent memory, I can't think of any big exploits or any.
Crypto.com, but that wasn't really. I mean,
I'm talking about from Binance.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, no, the other exchanges have all had issues. Is Bullish Kenny? Is he new?
I've never seen him.
Bullish Kenny, what's up, my dude? Hola, welcome, Sin City Crypto. Now,
BKG.
Yeah, so no, it's bullish. I mean, every day
You're not surprised it's Binance, right?
Not at all. That's what I was saying. Not surprised. But every day I feel like we cover more and more small in the global kind of scheme articles that are all pushing this narrative that every country is getting behind crypto, even countries that maybe traditionally have had no exposure to it.
Right.
At least on the framework side, and so it's just another domino to fall. So when when I look at days where the entire markets are down, it's still it's here to stay. So.
You can still find positive news. I mean, there's a lot of positive stuff we found on the market today. So, and here's the thing. Robin mentioned small articles. We're gonna get to the point where there's gonna be so much bullish news coming and from so many countries. You're not going to be able to cover every small one. But here's the thing. Mainstream media is not going to cover it. Some of the other larger channels might not cover it. So, even if it's France, even if it's something minute, we're still going to bring it to you. We might not spend 20 minutes talking about it, but it's important. You're in the know of what's going on in the market. So, France, it's about gosh dang time that you got on the boat. This is only the beginning, my friends. You're going to see this happening, like literally, I don't want to say every day, but every week, every month, every year, more and more countries, more and more companies, more and more banks, everyone more and more is going to start shifting into cryptocurrency. Paul Tudor Jones, which is the man who called that Black Swan event back in the 80s, he came out and he said he is one of the big reasons he's so bullish on Bitcoin. It's kind of off topic, is because he sees all the top people in universities, they're all the top minds, the fresh learners, the people that are going to be running this country in the future. They're all going into the cryptocurrency space. So he said just from intellectual property alone, he's extremely bullish on crypto and Bitcoin in general. So and these are people that manage billions of dollars of people's money. So it starts from the top down. All right, let's move on. Bitcoin spot ETFs witnessed record-breaking inflows. What does this mean?
I know you ain't talking about the U.S.
Of course not. So yesterday, the highest daily inflow of value was registered for Purpose Bitcoin spot ETF, which is a Canadian one. More than 2,900 BTC were added to this instrument in just 24 hours. The previous record was set back in March of 21. Amid growing Bitcoin euphoria prior to its May 10th local high. Rapid inflows are not necessarily associated with upcoming price increases. However, some analysts are treating them as signs of confidence of Bitcoin bulls. And actually found the chart on Glassnode. Look at this. I mean, what are you doing, Glassnode? Come back, Jack, come back. So, 2,900 Bitcoin in a day. So what does this mean? When demand is high in the spot markets, you have to have correlating amount of Bitcoin in to back it up. And so when you have what's 2,900 times 37,000, that amount of money coming into your ETF, you have to have that amount of Bitcoin to back it up. And so that's what happened. So even with that, the price of crypto is going down, but still extremely bullish. Like the article says, not really for a price, but just more people are getting into crypto and Bitcoin. Robin, what are your thoughts?
Man, I'm ready. I want to see what that chart's going to look like when the U.S. has the spot Bitcoin.
And this is just for the purpose ETF, just the one ETF. So
right.
Of course, there's only one, but
you said there's only one. Isn't there more than one?
Well,
like around the world, I think.
Spot, yeah. But the most, the one that counts,
the
is
one
this
that's the largest traded one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean that's how we discussed it yesterday. That's how a lot of institutions, a lot of traditional investors, a lot of the big money, they will feel more comfortable investing in a spot ETF. And it's not that some of these people don't want to invest in Bitcoin. They're looking to get in, but sometimes they're like, hey, man, is this going to be legal? Is there, they draw in a question as far as their company's integration into cryptocurrency. And so there's a lot of question marks. But if there is a spot Bitcoin ETF, there's no question. You can feel comfortable investing in a spot Bitcoin ETF as a corporation, and you know that the SEC is not going to come after you.
yes.
And so right now, I think everybody's in agreement. You can look at MicroStrategy, you can look at Grayscale, you got all these mining companies. You can theoretically feel comfortable investing personally into Bitcoin, purchasing it and custodying it, but there's still a lot of question marks. People still feel uneasy. And not to mention you have to custody your own coin, or at least hire a third party to custody for you.
Not only that,
and that also adds more points of failure. And so, sometimes it's easier just to buy stocks.
When you're talking about institutions, right, they have shareholders they got to keep happy. They have board members. Everything has to go. So when there's so much uncertainty and there's a gray area, you can't really pull the trigger, right? Unless you're Michael Saylor and you don't give a F. It doesn't matter. But when the spot ETF gets approved, like Robin said, for a fact, the SEC approved it. They're not going to come and do a U-turn and say, oh, no, this is illegal, blah, 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 blah. You already know the tax implications. You already know that government's not going to come after it. And so that is why people like Kevin O'Leary keep seeing once regulation is more cut and clear, i.e. a spot ETF, you're going to see the absolute inflow of money from these institutions, which is going to...
just think about it. If you're a company and you're trying to buy, say, $500 million worth of Bitcoin, how would you go about it? I mean, you got to think about who's going to custody it, where are you going to buy it? You're not going to go buy it on the free market, so you're going to have to call like Coinbase Ventures and then go through their off the away from the over the counter purchases. And so things become very complicated when you're trying to buy large amounts. Does the exchanges even have it to give you?
Right.
I mean, we cover articles all the time, like all of these Bitcoins are coming off exchanges. Are they going to give you an inflated price because you're trying to buy so much? Because honestly, you're probably not going to get the market value. Just think of it. If Bitcoin's sitting, where's Bitcoin at right now? Bitcoin is sitting at 36.8. So Bitcoin's sitting at 36.8. If you were to theoretically buy $500 million, the price of it would just keep moving up because you would buy you would clear the order books,
Yeah,
and it would
trigger
on
next.
top. Yeah, just keep triggering up higher. So you'd buy all the Bitcoin that's being sold at 37,000, and you'd buy all the Bitcoin being sold at 37 something. So, anyways, and when you're in negotiation with the exchange, they're going to be like, okay, well, you're obviously not going to buy it on the order books, but you're not going to also buy it at 36.8. So we'll sell it to you for 37 something. So anyways, I mean, that just sounds kind of confusing just off of face value, when in comparison, you can be like, can I just buy some stocks and just call it a day? Like, I mean, how much simpler would it be as a corporation just to call up your broker and be like, yo, pick me up a $500 million of Bitcoin, whatever it's trading at right now. Boom, done. Just like that.
I agree. When you're talking about large amounts of money like that, I agree. I just for the people that are, like, yeah, I want to buy a half a Bitcoin, but I'm waiting for an ETF. Just go buy it.
That is true. Yeah, you're individual investors. What the hell are you doing? Stop playing around. Just go
Buy
pick it
the.
up.
All right, let's move on. Our favorite politician to talk about, because she never stops giving us stuff to talk about, Senator Elizabeth Warren asks Fidelity to address the risks to Bitcoin and 401ks. United States government is growing increasingly concerned about Bitcoin and retirement savings, with two senators flagging some issues in Fidelity Investments' plans to include Bitcoin and 401ks. Dated May 4th, the letter suggests that Fidelity's latest Bitcoin plan has a potential conflict of interest. Noting that
real
Fidelity...
quick, if they were buying gold, this wouldn't be an issue, right?
Of course not.
And you can hedge your retirement portfolio with gold as far as an investment broker.
Yes. Potential conflict of interest, noting that Fidelity has been deeply involved in crypto since it began experimenting with Bitcoin and Ether mining operations and integrating Coinbase accounts in 2017. Senators Warren and Smith, however, argued that there was not enough client demand. Despite a lack, and this is what they said, despite a lack of demand for this option, only 2% of employers expressed interest in adding cryptocurrencies to their 401k menu. Fidelity has decided to move full speed ahead with supporting Bitcoin investments. And guess what your boy did? I found the letter sent by Warren and the other dude. So I'm just gonna read the 4 or 5 bullet points. And so I'll read the sentence leading up to it. It says, in March, the Department of Labor published a compliance assistant release reminding fiduciaries of their responsibilities under the ERISA and highlighted the risks that cryptocurrency may pose to retirement accounts. Talks about essentially how fiduciaries, you are responsible for other people's money. And these risks stem from, number 1, cryptocurrency's extreme volatility and high speculation. 2, the challenge for plan participants to make informed investment decisions, given that it can be extraordinarily difficult, even for expert investors, to evaluate these assets and separate the facts from the hype.
Isn't Netflix down 50%?
Bro,
Or how much is it?
like,
And okay, so volatility is natural. Like, I don't understand how.
do you like volatility?
Here's the thing. Like,
I like volatility.
here's the thing. It's like they talk about Bitcoin's volatility like it exists nowhere but in cryptocurrency. In the .com bubble, you know how much the Nasdaq crashed?
Oh, how much?
70%. During the housing market, you know how much Nasdaq crashed?
60%.
It was like over 50%. And so those are literally within 8 years of each other. Now, so, yeah, it was 8 years, right?
Yeah, dude.
And so Bitcoin has its bear market, its pullback, its quote unquote crash every 4 years. So it's not like we're far off here, right? Every 8 years, every 4 years, you know.
So listen to this. Custodial and record-keeping concerns. Concerns about how to reliably value cryptocurrencies, which are, quote, compounded by the fact that cryptocurrencies are not typically subject to the same reporting and data integrity requirements to apply to a more traditional investment product. Okay, record keeping. Literally everything is on a public ledger that cannot be changed or altered or removed or added. Well, added, yes, but You know what I'm saying? So that argument is dead in the water. Custodial, there are so many custodians. If you don't want a custody of your own, go to one of these larger institutions, not institutions, larger exchanges. They'll custody it for you. And what was the other one? We already touched on volatility, evolving regulatory environment. The president of the United States literally came out and said, guys, figure out how we can incorporate blockchain and cryptocurrency into our country's economy. That's all I got. Robin?
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. I expressed my
What are your thoughts about
disdain for this?
What are your thoughts about her saying conflict of interest, noting that Fidelity has been deeply involved in crypto?
She obviously has an issue with crypto. We've seen it time and time again. I'm not concerned because majority of Congress is accepting, or at least will listen to the other side. She just doesn't care what anybody says. She's made up her decision, and she is firm in her ways. And you could literally, her boss, Biden, has literally been like, hey, guys, let's pay attention. And she still doesn't care. You know what I mean? So nothing is going to sway her opinion. Nothing. And she's set in her ways. That's it.
Let me ask you this question, Robin. So in the U.S.,
I'm out of coffee, bro.
our Democratic, our system of politicians, you have Democrats, Republicans, and you have some other small ones. When was the last time they agreed, they had the same vision on a topic, on something? Can you remember? Can you think about something they both 100% agree on?
The last one was the invasion of Iraq.
Okay.
And that was because of the whole 9/11 thing. They just wanted somebody to point the finger at. And
so
they put that whole narrative about weapons of mass destruction. And all
So
that.
the midterm elections in the U.S. are here. And in Ohio, the Democrat who won the nomination and the Republican who won, both pro-crypto. They were both pro-crypto. And I was listening to the CoinDesk podcast, and the guy talked about you cannot ignore the topic of cryptocurrency. Would you have ever thought that a Democrat and a Republican in the U.S. would agree on something when it comes to money? No, I don't know about you. Me? Hell no. All they do is argue about this kind of stuff. Both nominees are pro-crypto.
Especially in today's age, the political divide is so
It's gotten
huge.
so bad. It's gotten bad.
And it's
It's
when
gotten
you
bad to
find
the-
common ground, then obviously something's going right in that sector, right? You know what I mean?
Telling you guys.
Because it wasn't that long ago. I think it was early 2000s. Jesse Ventura won a seat of Congress. I don't know if it was governor, but
House of Representatives for California, I believe.
yeah, and he actually won his third party. It was the last time
Third party.
Third
Other
party
than a
won.
Republican and Democrat.
Yeah. And so now people feel so strongly about their topics and how they side with.
It's become this whole
Republican.
cesspool of if you don't agree with me, then you're a bad person or your values.
Here's the problem is that, not to get too political, but people they're getting drained right now, like slowly. Financially,
drained.
Like you're losing you're not making as much money. Things are costing more, and this American dream is slowly becoming harder and harder to acquire. And people are growing uneasy with frustration. And who else are they supposed to point the finger to? But politicians.
But they're not. They're pointing their finger at each other.
No, well, they point the finger at the politicians because they're like, yo.
And then the politicians say, the
it's
Democrats say it's the Republicans' fault.
It's either this is Trump's fault or this is Biden's fault or this is our governor's fault. Literally, that's everything everybody talks about. And then what ends up happening is whatever candidate that you support ends up coming into office. Does anything really change?
No.
Exactly. But then when they leave office and somebody else comes in that's in a different party, it's you see what happened, and then anything bad that transpires, they automatically blame it on the politicians.
Yeah.
And, as far as you have the pandemic, they're like, oh, that's Trump's fault. You have the gas go up. Oh, that's Biden's fault. You know what I mean? And it's so much deeper than that. And I think the core issues here are the improper management of money, of
That's putting
the
it
spending,
lightly.
and
The improper management.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, bro, these people should be taken to freaking jail for what they've done with our economy and the money.
and it's getting worse and worse, bro. And
We need
and right now people don't realize the cause of it. They know it's got something to do with politics. They know that like they keep going to work. Their company's been there for 80 years. Not much has changed in their business model. But here's the thing: 15 years ago, that same salary, that factory worker could afford a 1-bedroom apartment. Now you got roommates, right?
Yeah.
And now you got somebody up in your house eating up all your sandwiches and all your deli meat, and you're pissed off. And so what do? You blame the president, you blame your governor, you blame whoever the hell is in politics, because you know it's got something to do with politics. You just don't know who to point the finger at.
And you know politicians aren't going to blame themselves. So they're going to say the Democrats are going to say blame the Republicans. The Republicans are going to say blame the Democrats. And what happens? The people start pointing the finger at each other, and it's just not good. It's easier to control your people when they're divided versus when they're together.
Bitcoin is
Yeah, I read that too. I immediately looked at the chart.
36.5.
36.5 or 36.8?
36.3.
How come my mine isn't
Look at
loading?
this. Pull up mine. 36,384.
Hold on, refresh your page, bro.
It's super volatile right now, so it's just bouncing around. It's bouncing around 36.7, 36.3. Just a lot of volatility. So
I think 36 and weird. Okay.
Well, I hope y'all got some stable coins, cause you know what? Remember,
I'm excited, man.
You remember when it's not remember. Just be aware. You've seen it. The mall, when that JCPenney's closes, Macy's closes. If you're looking for some cheap dishware, perhaps a new blender, you know it's a good time to buy when they had a liquidation sale. And you know what? There's a Bitcoin sale going on, baby. Throw the money at it. Throw the money at it. Not investment advice. There you go. I'll tell you, your boy's excited. I told you, I've been waiting for this day. I got reserves on the side. Your boy's excited. 50% of it's going in now. And then I'm gonna 10% all the way down.
Smart. You know, for once, it's a good idea. All right, let's move on. The IMF, which stands for International Monetary Foundation or Fund, but I think it stands for some now.
Real quick, you know, Carrie's been vocal in our deep dives, and I don't think I ever gave her Olaf because she was in here yesterday or the day before. I don't think I ever Olaf to Carrie. So, Carrie, Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Yes. Welcome.
Even though we know it's not your first time here, but
Hopefully it's not your last time. The International MRFers sounds warning following Bitcoin adoption in the Central African Republic. Officials from the IMF said the decision poses significant risks to the economic integrity of the region. IMF argued that integrating blockchain-powered digital assets on such a national scale could be detrimental to the country's financial system. And here's the, and I don't want to say funny part, but here's the funny part. And ain't nothing funny about it. The African country has been tagged as one of the poorest locations in the world. Also, the region's economy had little chance to develop. What do they have to lose? This is one of the poorest countries, can't develop their economy. IMF comes in, poses significant risk to economic integrity. Like, fuck you, man. Seriously, like, I can't stand. Go ahead.
AMF is a bunch.
Pisses me off, bro.
AMF. I'm on the AMF still. The IMF is a bunch of haters, man. Here's the thing,
bro. I hate them.
You know, the IMF is more like the mob than any other organization, right? You know, I think they have that mob mentality. And what does a mob do? They provide protection and they steal money from you, right? Yep. They charge you a bunch of money and then they say, this is for your own protection. The IMF will lend out money to you with a crazy amount of interest on it. and they'll basically strong arm you into following their policies and doing what you want. In return, they will allow you to borrow money from them. And so we've seen it happen with El Salvador, where they're just like, well, we're not going to let you borrow money now. And they're like, we don't like where you're at. Your credit score, as they call it, is in the dumps now because you've adopted Bitcoin. And it's literally what the mobs do. And the mob is simply social corruption. This is more than social corruption, and it pisses me off, man.
Seriously, like it boils my blood, dude. Mind your own business. Mind your own freaking business.
The thing is they do business with them. So that's the thing.
Well, because people that adopt Bitcoin, it's a direct threat to what they do.
Exactly. And they do business with them, and now basically they're threatening the countries that want to empower their own financial stability. And if they're not, and the thing is they're not getting adequate and sufficient financial support from the IMF and from the global economic powers, so they go outside the box because they don't have very many options. And the funny thing is they're not getting support from the IMF anyways, or very little, if anything, or the support they do get is just taxed to death. And when they go and try to empower themselves, the IMF tries to punish them. And it's ridiculous, bro.
Pisses me off. Let's move on. We're going to Shanghai. Shanghai residents turn to NFTs to document unerasable C-word memorabilia. Shanghai is the largest and most populated city in China with over 25 million residents that has now tapped the power of blockchain technology to preserve and safeguard the events of the pandemic lockdown in the city.
Do you think they could create an NFT collection with all the different variants, like all 10,000 of them?
There's not 10,000 variants.
I'm pretty sure we're at 10,000 now.
I'm sure we'll get there soon, right? Numerous videos, photos, and audio are now stored as NFTs that can be bought and sold in marketplaces using cryptocurrencies, avoiding censorship. Residents of Shanghai are using NFTs as a way to express their dismay with China's zero-tolerance pandemic policies, knowing that NFTs run on blockchain technology and hence can't be deleted. This is like, I talk about this all the time. Like Eddie asked me this yesterday, right? And this is not from a financial standpoint, but it just puts power in your hand. We saw the same thing in Ukraine where they were doing NFTs about what was happening, what Russians were doing, because throughout history, there's always two sides to the story. Take the Armenian genocide, right? And I'm Armenian. The Turkish government said, no, we didn't mass murder Armenians. And the Armenians said, yes, you did. So it's one word against the other. Well, guess what? With blockchain technology, and you make these in the NFTs, they are indisputable. So countries like China, like Russia, like Turkey, whatever countries, you cannot hide from the truth, and puts the power back in people's hands. And I love to see it. Robin?
There was a scene, that was an interesting narrative you brought up, which there was some lady that had a sexual harassment, or maybe it was just a regular like verbal harassment. Either way, she had an issue with, I think it was a professor at her college, and she spoke up about it, and she kind of got shunned away. Basically, you know, they try to brush it under the rug. And so she documented her, her situation, and she put it on a Ethereum blockchain. And, like basically the document, she uploaded it and included it into a smart contract and uploaded it to Ethereum.
Interesting.
So that way, if, it's there forever. So it doesn't matter if the university tries to be like, well, I don't know, she didn't tell us that. You know what I mean? Like, nah, it's there for everybody to see.
Yep.
Anybody that wants to access it can pull up that smart contract.
And not only that, to all the people that say NFTs are just JPEGs, no, they're not. It is a technology that is literally going to change the world. So I love to see this, man. I love to see this. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I was going to say in North Korea, but they don't even have access to the freaking internet over there. Anyways, let's move on. You got anything else to add to this article, Robin?
Nope.
Okay. Bitcoin. So now we talked about this, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago. about this letter that was sent out to the EPA from some officials in the Senate and Congress as a whole. And the letter that was sent by the Blockchain Association with the likes of Michael Saylor, Jack Dorsey, Mike Novogratz. And then we have some updated news on this one. Bitcoin industry advocates responded this week to a letter submitted to the EPA by Representative Jared Huffman of California and signed by a total of 23 Democratic members of Congress. The blockchain foundation, or whatever you want to call them, the Michael Saylor, Jack Dorsey's, they claimed there were a number of inaccuracies in the original letter. For one, they noted Huffman highlighted the EPA's denial of a greenage application to keep open its so-called coal ash ponds, which are large dirt ditches it uses to dispose of harmful coal byproducts which don't biodegrade. But they disputed this and said it is a gas-only operation that mines Bitcoin. So celebrating the EPA's move against the coal ash ponds isn't at all relevant to crypto mining. And to their point of a single Bitcoin transaction could power the average U.S. household for a month. To which the Bitcoin Mining Council response labeled the per transaction energy cost analysis as a, quote, deeply flawed way to reason about Bitcoin, since projecting future energy growth is not a function of transaction count, but instead of value of Bitcoin issuance, which is a function of price and supply growth, together with the fees users are willing to pay to transact. It's not really the EPA's mandate to say that what you're doing with this data center is environmentally damaging, because it's not the data center activity causing damage. It's a generation of power, and that's already regulated. That was interesting. As for proof of work's supposed problems with e-waste, Carter questioned whether environmentalists are interested in the truth or whether they're simply using the concept as a cudgel with which to attack Bitcoin. Veteran mining consultant Alejandro de la Torre expressed disbelief that any industry participant would simply discard their ASICs. So one of the big things they're saying is you buy these ASICs, you use them, you run them to the ground, and then after a year and a half, you dump them. So it creates waste. That is not true. And it says in this article, once a machine has some sort of error, say a board burns or a part is faulty, miners almost always fix it rather than buy a brand new one. In fact, the entire crypto mining industry relies heavily on a lively secondary market for used ASICs. Once ASICs finally fail, often after multiple repairs and numerous owners, they can be repurposed. Much of the circuitry and aluminum can be sold for scrap and otherwise recycled. So they're just taking some of the this BS letters, issues they sent to the EPA, and they're saying, hey, this is not true, this is not true, this is not true, and this is how it really is. Robin?
I don't know why everybody always tries to point the finger at Bitcoin. I feel like they're trying to dodge the real problems that they're facing, politicians or environmental protection agency or whatever agency or entity is in charge of different things. They're just trying to point the finger. They're trying to they're doing you know what's that traditional way where you got something on fire over here, or you broke something major over here, or you got some big ass problem here, and then you're like, oh, don't pay attention to that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's what they're doing. You have global warming. You have an airline industry that is polluting the world at a crazy rate. You have the agricultural issues with fertilizers, the domestication of cattle, which is extremely polluting. There's a list of things. If you're going to go from top to bottom of things that actually pollute the world, if you're concerned about carbon emissions and you're the Environmental Protection Agency, you should the very bottom of the list, the thing that is doing the least amount of damage is the thing that you're yelling the most about, because you're trying to divert attention, because your lack of regulation and your lack of policies, because you're getting your pockets are getting lined by the money of the agriculture and the transportation industry and the what is it? The Exxon and Mobil.
If they really cared about,
those are the companies that are paying and supporting and funding the EPA. And then you go to an organization or you look at a foundation or a network, the Bitcoin network, it doesn't have a spokesman. It doesn't have a CEO. It doesn't have somebody that can pay you. There's no CEO of Bitcoin that's giving money to the Environmental Protection Agency for them to shut up. Right. So basically, they're like, "Oh, you ain't gonna give us money? Well, we're gonna make it a point to shut you down, or at least make you the focal point while other things happen in the background." What we got over here, brother? Yeah. So what's this list here? And I bet you Bitcoin's not even on there here. I mean, it has to not be up here. Lead acid battery recycling, mercury and lead pollution from mining, coal mining. Gold,
Artisanal gold mining. Wow.
Lead smelting, pesticides, arsenic in groundwater, industrial water waste. I think this is the pollutants, not so much the carbon emission, but this is just general. Yeah. So, and the funny thing is that here's the funniest part is that Bitcoin does not pollute. You do not power a Bitcoin mining ASIC with coal. You don't open up the back of it and drop a coal brick in it. Like, that's not how it works. You plug it into the wall, and what comes in through the wall is where that's the energy. So if you're sitting here saying it uses coal, well, your power grid is using coal, not the Bitcoin. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could theoretically,
already there.
You could theoretically, if you were Amazon, you could open up a warehouse and fill it full of servers and plug it in, and then be like, well, this powers the Amazon Web Services. Nobody bats an eye. Yep. And all of the energy that comes out of that outlet that powers the servers could all be run by coal. Nobody says anything. But yet, you decide to not plug in servers. You decide to plug in Bitcoin mining units. And now everyone's like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. You know what's bad is the power that runs through the wall. The grid. It's the source.
You leave my wall alone, Robin.
I'm plugging everything up in here. I'm unplugging everything.
Said the stream is off. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just tired of this narrative, man. And not to mention, it's not a waste. It is not a waste. It is literally helping people move money in and out. Stop. All right. Speaking of mining, Argo's Texas flagship Bitcoin mining facility has been, quote, energized. You know who else is energized? Eddie. I'm just kidding. You haven't said a word in like 30 minutes. Right, bro? You need some coffee?
Yeah. I've just been listening to you guys.
You've been listening?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. To me or Robin?
Both of you.
Who more?
Let me ask you a question. You've been adamant about that Tesla truck. Do you like
Who, Eddie or me?
Eddie.
Oh.
He wants.
I'm getting one, bro.
He's getting ugly, bro.
So here's my question: Are you getting a Tesla truck because you want to go green, or because you like the fact that you don't have to fill up a gas tank, or what's your motive? Or do you think it looks good because it's kind of an ugly truck?
It's ugly, bro.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it. I want to go green.
I
don't want to have to pay for gas, and I like how it looks. Looks good.
You like how it looks?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks different. So I'm gonna get one.
Things are finally making sense as to you. If I were to get a Tesla, I'd get the Plaid, bro. Model S Plaid.
Of course you would. He's like, I'd get the $250,000 Tesla. Like,
hell yeah, brother. You know, Teslas are dope, man. You can mine.
So you tell me you'd rather have would you ever rather have a Tesla Plaid or a Lambo?
Lambo, bro.
You know the Tesla,
by the way,
the Tesla Plaid will burn a Lambo.
I know. But Lambos are just like, we got to go to Speed Vegas, man, and we got to ride those Lambos. Because when I went there, that shit was dope, man. It was amazing. All right, let's get back to our article here. Bitcoin miner Argo announced its new flagship facility in Dickens County, Texas, has been energized and will start mining Bitcoin next week. Argo expects that by the end of the year, the new mining center will use 200 megawatts of power and increase its total hash rate by 243% to 5.5 exahashes per second. Now, they started this back in July, and it's ready to roll up. Argo bought 20,000 Bitmain Pro machines, and it closed a swap deal with Core Scientific to receive approximately 10,000 units. Texas facility, dubbed Helios, has access to an extra 600 megawatts of energy, which the company plans on using in future development phases in years to come. If used to full capacity, it could put Argo's hash rate close to 20 exahashes from one company. That's huge. So, Bitcoin difficulty is going up. Bitcoin hash rate's going up. More miners are coming into are plugging into the network. Bullish, baby. Robin, what you got?
Super bullish. No, I agree. Nothing else to add.
Thank you. Guys, remember, what do you want TA on? Throw him in the chat. Also, make sure you click the link at the top of the chat. We are giving away $25 in Bitcoin to 2 community members. We will draw that at the end of the show. Make sure you guys register, please. Please.
All you got to do is put your email.
You guys were very generous to us. We want to put the love back into the community because we love you guys. Well, I love you guys. So, you said you're good on this article?
Yeah.
All right. We got Robin's favorite meme coin news here. 2 meme coins, SHIB and Doge, will now be accepted by Gucci. We Gucci, baby.
I saw that earlier.
By the way, are you guys, Eddie, I'll start with you first.
I know Robin wants a Gucci belt.
Are you a Gucci guy? Are you Gucci or are you Versace? Wait, what's the
Gucci.
other? What's the other?
You got
big one?
to go Gucci. Why would you
I
say
gotta go
Versace?
Gucci.
What's the other? Okay, what's a better one? Gucci or what? Burberry? Nah. Louis Vuitton.
Burberry.
You Gucci or you Louis Vuitton?
Guys don't wear Louis Vuitton. I mean,
I'm
they
Gucci,
do, so,
yeah,
but
Louis Vuitton, nah.
Gucci.
Yeah.
The Gucci cologne is really nice. What about you, Robin? You Gucci or a Kmart?
you know what? I still feel so dirty paying $100 for a leather belt without a brand name on it. So I couldn't imagine spending
You're so
$800 on a belt. Or how much is a Gucci belt nowadays? Is $800? Is that falling short of what the real price is?
Rocco, you know what to do, bro. He's like, yeah, I know, bro. Leave me alone.
So I don't know how much Gucci belt costs, but I already feel dirty spending $100 on a belt. I mean, that has no brand name on it. It just comes off the shelf. It's just black and it has just the silver buckle.
I've never spent money on
$100,
clothes,
bro.
man.
It's we all know. And
I mean, like brand name clothes.
so here's the thing. How much is that Gucci belt? $480. Not bad.
Not bad.
No, I thought it was gonna be worse.
You spent $500 on
No,
a-
I
on a-
wouldn't.
okay.
I wouldn't.
We
I
should buy
wouldn't by any
Shiba
means.
and go to the Gucci store and see if we could pay for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
on your way there, ship tanks 30%.
see if there's in the checkout if it has it
Do
enabled.
you
yet.
could get a refund? How easy would it be to get a refund?
They get a
Shit.
refund?
Yeah,
I wonder
like
if
you,
they-
like,
Will they
paid
refund the
for it.
amount? Like in dollar
I don't
value or
know.
the amount of ship you paid?
I don't know, man.
Let's do it.
You want to do it?
Let's buy a
Let's
Gucci.
go buy it and then
Well, we got to
it.
get like 700 million Shiba Inu because right now that thing is in the gutter. Anyways,
Google Pay, Apple Pay. They
On
haven't
Gucci?
enabled it yet.
wait, no. It says we'll start it here. It says start now accepted by Gucci, Shiba Inu, and so this article fake news. Anyways, Gucci, one of the famous fashion brands, will start accepting Bitcoin, Doge, SHIB, and some other cryptocurrencies. Oh, at select locations in North America. Customers will be able to make cryptocurrency payments with the help of a QR code. German fashion house.
Oh, dude, it does the shops at Crystals in Las Vegas.
They accept it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I
We
just
can do
read it right now. It
we can
says-
do one of those.
Guys, why don't we pull our money together and go buy
we
a
can do
belt,
one
and
of
we can-
those.
You get the
Record
belt
it.
1 week. You get the belt 1 week.
We can pull them. We can put the camera. We can bring our camera with us, a camera crew. And
Yeah,
then,
record it.
That's a good idea.
And then we can go
bro.
in there.
All right, you got money?
What if I dress up as a SHIB dog?
You should dress up as the Doge dog.
The Doge dog?
Same dog.
It's the same dog, yeah.
All right, no. So, hey, we should. What's the cheapest thing? Okay, you
No,
look at
no,
what.
we got to go Gucci belt, bro.
Yeah, we gotta get a belt.
So who's gonna take the belt?
Robin? He was wanting one.
You know, how about we pass the belt around when we win something? You know, like an argument or something.
What the? I'm not spending $500 to pass a belt around when we win an argument. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well,
Hey, babe, why was there $200?
Okay, well,
hanging out of the
here's the
account?
thing. Here's the thing. We all know you can't wear the belt because you only wear gym shorts. That has no belt loops.
Yeah.
Are you wearing gym shorts right now?
I haven't
Yeah, well,
seen.
you
I've
got
never seen
sweatpants
David
on.
wear jeans.
Obviously,
I haven't seen David wear jeans.
he owns nothing that has a belt loop. So with that said, there's no reason for you to have it. But
There's no reason for you to have my money.
all right, we'll look into it. If you
Well,
guys want us to go to and do an on location filming and watch us purchase a Gucci belt with Shiba Inu, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't care to see that and you think it's a waste of money, put a 2 in the chat. Now, here's the thing.
I used to be so much more flexible. I barely got my foot up. Anyways. Man, when
He also thinks he could beat me in a race. But he can't.
Oh, I can 100% beat you in a race. Bro, you're tough.
Who wants to
Listen to
see
me, bro.
I
me
don't
and
know
David
why.
race?
I don't know why.
Whoever wins,
Just in
wins
case you
a
guys
Gucci
didn't
belt.
know. I ran a 4.6 440 in
For
college.
sound
some
like
reason,
Robin right
if
now. You sound
anybody
like
in the
Robin.
studio has webbed feet, it's got to be David.
What? Jesus Christ. What the hell?
He's like, I'm an excellent swimmer.
Quack, quack. I would
gotta-
definitely beat you in a race.
We got a lot of ones in the
Yeah.
chat.
If you guys want to see,
If you guys want to see me and David race, put a 1 in the chat.
No, you got to do a different number now.
put a 17 in the chat.
Put a 17.
If you want me and Eddie to race. Bro, I will. No,
How
you know
about,
what?
how about y'all race to the Louis Vuitton store
I'll
or
probably
the Gucci store?
I'll probably pull a hamstring, bro. Like legit, honestly. Like I haven't. Anyways, but I would theoretically I would beat you in a race though for sure. Now, German fashion house Philipp Plein started accepting crypto last August, and they expect to receive $60 million worth of crypto payments from clients in 2022. Also, in February, Italian-based fashion designer John Richmond, doesn't sound very Italian, right, Rocco? That's not Italian at all, right? Thank you. John Richmond? Oh, on top of it or below it? Oh, Marco Bizzarri. Oh, that's from Gucci. I'm talking about right here. In February, Italian-based fashion designer John Richmond. Right here. That's not Italian. It's fake Italian. Not Italian. Okay. So okay. They also inked a collaboration deal with Shiba Inu. This was in February. So looks like SHIB is being widely adopted as a payment. So maybe SHIB will be a legal
Do you
tender.
guys have any Litecoin?
No.
No.
I used to. I hate
Well,
Litecoin.
I'm reading right here. It says that others include Bitcoin Cash, Wrap Bitcoin, Litecoin, and 5 stable coins.
This is all at the Gucci store?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
shit.
is all pegged to the United States dollar.
Okay, so what was it? SHIB, Doge, Litecoin, Bitcoin.
Wrap-
We got to
Wrap
buy it in
Bitcoin,
SHIB though, right?
Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'd rather do Doge, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather do Doge. Anyways, underwear. We should buy Gucci underwear and pass it around. That's disgusting. Once a week. Robin, your turn. Where's the underwear, dude? All right, we are done. We are done with our talking points. Now we are moving on to the short and sweet market analysis. All right, my friends, we just going to revisit what the markets have been doing since Robin covered it last. Rocco, please. $110 billion in trading volume.
I don't know. We only have 7 entries into the contest. Guys don't want no cashola? But
Hey, we're not giving out. Okay, I'm not doing the giveaway unless we get 12. I want 12. I want at least 12 people registered to give away this $50. 25
How many
to
people
2
are watching right now? 16?
yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, just click the link at the top.
Just click the link. We're literally just we only ask for the email so we can reach out to you. That's the only reason why.
That's it.
So, all right. Bitcoin 36.4 looks like 36 is looking to be some nice support, which I'm going to do a little TA on Bitcoin here in a few minutes. ETH 27.20. And then Binance Coin 376, XRP under 60 cents, Solana. Damn, I was hoping for $105 Solana to dump my entire bag, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait a little longer. Terra Luna, $80. Robin,
¿Qué pasa?
you put money into
Bitcoin, baby. That's it right now.
no. if you had $1,000,
Here's
and you got to
the
pick
thing.
BNB or
right
Terra.
now. I feel uncertain on where this market's going to go. I wouldn't
Well,
be
why are
making
you
any.
uncertain? It's going to go down.
No,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
How
I don't
far
know.
down?
I don't know how far down. I don't know how long this bear market's going to last. I don't know, if what more risk on assets are going to not come back. I mean, I believe in the top 20 projects with the exception of the meme
Okay,
coins.
so
But
if I gave you $1,000 and said you have to either put it in BNB or Terra, where are you putting it?
I'm just going to go most secure BNB.
BNB.
Terra also is taking on a lot of liability with their algorithmic-based stablecoin. It traditionally has been a lot of issues with that. Those are not. They're not just a stablecoin that's centralized, so it's very reliant on the code that it's written in. So I mean, you could have issues unforeseen with that in the future. Also, you're backing it by Bitcoin, and it has a potential to just catastrophically fail if Terra were to bottom out because it's pegged to the Luna. So if there was a mass exploit on Terra's chain, I'm just saying that like worst doomsday scenario, there's more risk with Terra, and with the bear market comes potential failure points, and especially if you get massive sell off. So definitely I would honestly, for me at this point, Bitcoin's the only thing I'm interested in at this moment.
What about ETH?
And once the market stabilizes, not even ETH, man. I'm telling you.
Really?
I mean, you got the upgrade coming. You're moving from proof of work to proof of stake, a fundamental major
just said
change.
yesterday you were going to go all in on Tron.
Get out of here, bro. So, with the, there's risk there. I mean, Ethereum had a massive hack and it forked the Ethereum Classic not that long ago in recent memory. And so like nothing, there's one project that has gone through every bull market and every situation and never had a problem. Bitcoin.
True.
Oh, I mean, when things are uncertain, man, that's when things break, bro. That's when things break. I'm just telling you. Things break, things happen.
I will break you.
So
Now,
I don't think right now is the time to get into altcoins, in my personal opinion.
So when should you start getting into altcoins then? Towards the bottom?
Here's the thing: more risk you take, the more upside. So if you're looking
but coming out of the bear market, you're gonna have money outside of Bitcoin, correct?
Yes,
you'll have money in some.
I have money
okay.
outside of Bitcoin right now. I'm not selling. I'm not liquidating. I'm just holding. And then when the market kind of stabilizes, and it looks like we're setting up for potential run up, I'm going to start picking and choosing what projects in the certain industries I think are going to pop off. In the same way that it happened the last bull run, where all of a sudden all the layer one smart contract platforms started pumping. Then the DeFi platform started pumping. Then you had your meme coins pumping. These come in groups, and so that's what I'm gonna do. When I feel like the vibe in the market right now, the retail sentiment is not that good. People aren't walking around the streets, talking about what coin they're FOMOing into right now.
I refuse to keep any money in alts right now, outside of maybe two of them. But that's it. Speaking of Terra Luna, here's a chart I pulled up. So this is the Luna Foundation guard balance. So this is their balance of Bitcoin. And you can see they have not bought any Bitcoin since April 13th. Will they buy on this dip? Who knows? Will Michael Saylor buy on this dip? Who knows? Who will be first to buy this dip, Robin? You think it's Michael Saylor or Terra Luna?
Probably Terra Luna, because Michael Saylor
Running out of money?
No, he just had his buy not too long ago, and he's leveraging debt to do so. So it's not like he's taking money out of his treasury and he has extra cash on hand. Yeah. He's just basically buying as much as he can, waits till he can get approved for more in a loan or a leverage, and he buys more. So it wasn't that long ago he just bought some leverage on debt. I think it was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I think he might be another 6 weeks before he buys. And Terra's been on the buying every week. They didn't buy for like 2 weeks though.
They haven't bought since April 13th.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know what the dates were, but
yeah. Here,
I know it's been a little bit. So
Yeah, their balance has not increased since April 13th.
he was supposed to buy
Actually,
$10 billion.
April 15th, yeah.
10
supposed to-
billion?
Yeah, they were supposed to buy $10 billion within a year or short term.
Yeah. We're talking about
they bought how much did they buy? Does it say that I think they were supposed to buy like I think they're at like
when?
they're at like $1.5 billion, I think. Right
So-
now, their wallet address supposedly they have like a 1.5 billion.
They have 42,000 Bitcoin currently.
What's
42,500 Bitcoin.
Who's this, Michael Saylor?
no,
No,
this is
Luna,
Terra.
Terra Luna. So 42,530 Bitcoin.
What's the price on that?
Just multiply it by 40, you're looking at 1.6 or 16 or 1.6 billion.
So 42
42.5 billion, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so 1.5 billion. So so he's
As
sitting on
much as Tesla bought.
yeah, so sitting at 1.5 billion. They've been talking about getting to 10 billion.
Yeah, I can see them definitely buying this dip. So.
Here's the thing. With them buying that much Bitcoin, they single-handedly pushed the price up. But you know, how are you? If your project is down, how are you supposed to buy more Bitcoin?
True. Very true. All right. I want to do just some quick look at what Bitcoin is doing. Now, very, very key level here, 36,900. Obviously, we're under that. But what the important thing is, where will we close? It does not matter because this, if I zoom in, this right here could turn into a wick and then it won't matter. So we have 4 hours and 56 minutes until the trading day closes. And once we see that candle, if it has closed below $36,910, we will have to look to tomorrow. Tomorrow, it tanks again and closes under 36.9. My friends, we might be going to 29K.
Dude, Nasdaq's at 5.5% down now.
I'm buying Bitcoin if it goes down to 20,000, dude.
Holy the Dow is down 1,200 points. Like, this is just, I mean, you want to talk about a freaking sell-off? Let's look at the NASDAQ here on the chart. I got the NASDAQ index right here. Man, I mean, guys, this is...
Elizabeth Warren, why don't you talk about volatility of the Nasdaq?
Yeah. If we look at when was the last few times we saw a candle this big? You can look here back in March, and then you saw we had a small rally. You can look here again back in February, small rally.
March of 21? March
22. I'm talking about the size of the candle, right? It's the size of the drop. If you look here, same thing, small rally. If we keep going back.
CNBC says that 5% loss is the worst day for the year in NASDAQ. So,
but here's the thing, guys. When you're dealing with investors and you see a 5% drop in the NASDAQ, like, you're good. There's people with money, no matter whether you're in a recession or whatever the case may be, that are going to pull the trigger and buy. You got tech stocks that are at deep discounts. Just trading the composite index in general, the NASDAQ, is at a deep discount. So expect a small rally tomorrow, but will the rally hold up? I don't think so.
Tomorrow is Friday, too, so it's going to be the end of the week.
Forrest?
Yeah, we got
Forrest coming on.
No, I just mean that usually you get a lot of big moves before the on Fridays in NASDAQ as well. I mean, in traditional markets.
And
so,
options.
You know,
contracts.
theoretically, I mean, I'm not trying to cause stir emotions here, but I mean, this could be the catalyst of the full blown recession. You know, this could be you had the event yesterday, the rate increase, the federal interest rate increase, 0.5%, which is significant. Your average mortgage now is over 5%, and so. You know, it's
guys, it's coming. A recession is coming. Okay.
Whoa,
there's
whoa,
no,
easy.
Yeah,
easy,
there's
easy,
no ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. Honestly, let's come to that conclusion. Let's accept it as fact, and let's figure out what we're gonna do to protect ourselves, our assets, and also to come out of the recession and be freaking set for the rest of our lives.
All right.
That's
So
what
I'm going to go ahead and draw these 2 winners.
How many entries we get?
We had a total of 9 entries. Whatever.
I don't want to draw.
Better chances for the 9 entries. So going to the winners. Let's see here.
Rocco.
I'm
I'm gonna hold on. Let me put my name too.
Get out of here, man.
Eddie, you want to put your name? Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I'm good.
Because if you win, I send you.
All right. I will just throw out the first name. Well, actually, your name is in your
Robin's
in the
over
chat.
here doxing people.
So Carrie Reed, that's her actual name as well on here. So I'm not throwing out personal
Congrats,
information.
Carrie.
So $25 in Bitcoin for you, and also Kenny G.
KG.
Kenny G. This is his first time watching anyone for $25 in Bitcoin.
I do. Congratulations.
Hey, bro.
We dropped 2 OLAs today to the 2 winners before. We did. I know, but there you go. So we'll email you and we'll just simply say, hey, what's your Bitcoin address? And that's all. We're not going to ask you for seed phrases or anything else. We're just going to say, what's up? Congratulations. What's that Bitcoin wallet address? And then, which is public, by the way, just to keep you a peace of mind. And then we'll send you $25.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. I'm glad the new people won.
All right. We're done.
We're done?
Done. Roll the outro.
Let's go.
We have a couple of exciting guests coming on the show next week. We have one of our favorite YouTubers, Crypto Stash, will be joining us Monday.
Oh, if you got NFT questions, if there's any projects you want us to look into,
Metaverse, NFTs.
Play to
NFTs.
Earn, Crypto Stash, one of the leading figures in NFTs, will be on with us Monday. So,
And then we also have one of the executives from the Bat Project joining us as well next week. So we're going to be getting more guests on for you guys, so we're excited for that. Anyways, on behalf of myself, Rocco, Eddie, and Robin, we love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 in Vegas time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.
Smoking on the island, say she wanna ride with me. Took her on a flight, said all her bags from Italy. I sent her with a friend, they shopping there religiously. Whoa, whoa, yeah. She say she love me, but that's when she rockin' Prada bag. Said she ready for the next step, whoa, not so fast. Slow down, slow down, slow down, girl, don't you crash. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Cause we can mess up that pretty face, but we can fuck up that pretty lady. Tryna kiss up, I'm in your place. Man, this shit so crazy. Never thought I'd be doing shit like this again. Put that effort in, girl, then I will pay you. Crash that thing out the park, now I feel like Babe Ruth, baby. This shit I can't do, baby. No, I can't move, baby. Nothing I can't prove, baby. I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. Question marks along your brain, wonder if you should try again. Look at me inside your braces. Can't focus when we face to face. Plenty things I could go say. Name a place I go and pay at. Said she want no boo. Been around the world, plenty things I can show you. Taking flights to GA for our soul food. Gotta pay 1K for GA at my shows too. Keep it 1K with my fans even at my lows. Ooh. That's one back. Show your man the things I've showed you.